If the Tell Me Lies series finale left you with some lingering questions, we actually got some answers from creator Megan Oppenheimer and star Grace Van Patten. If you're wondering if this look between Brie and Wrigley means that they end up together, yes. Creator Megan Oppenheimer says that while preparing for this season, she emailed her writers and said Brie and Wrigley are endgame. Of course, the writers were like, what? But while they started working on it, it ended up working out. Why wasn't Alex at the wedding? Oppenheimer says Brie, probably in her relationship with Evan, needed to distance herself from different aspects of the darker parts of her past, and I think that he served a purpose for her when they came back together in college. He's someone who's a loner and goes his own way, and if she's not the one reaching out to him to keep that connection, he's going to respect that space. I think they probably just fell out of touch kind of organically, but have no hard feelings with each other. When Grace was asked about how she feels about Lucy's ending, she says, I really do have hope that that was her last wrong choice. I think she needed that final confirmation of who this guy is. She also says, I think it has been enough time where you forget how long has it been, 6 years since they saw each other, but it wasn't a real end to the cycle. It wasn't her doing, so she's clearly been thinking about him. Did Professor Oliver and Professor Marianne just get away with it? Creator Megan Oppenheimer says they get away with it. But Oliver's gonna get Me Too'd, but we haven't reached that time period yet. She also says, I don't think Marianne and Oliver are together in 2015. It's a very toxic relationship. What happened to Lucy after she got expelled? And how did she get reacquainted with Max? The creator says, I think Lucy had a few months where she's in therapy, getting better. I think she went to some not as great school, probably the following year, graduated a year after her friends. As we know, she went into sales instead of writing, and I think she probably met Max in New York. They connected and he probably heard what happened to her and he's a good guy and had empathy for her. I think she probably reached out to be like, hey, I'm sorry that I was insane, but it was a safe relationship that required a bit of delusion on both of their parts. Grace Van Patten says that Lucy does not deserve Max, but I get it, the sweet guys always end up with crazy girls. How did Lydia and Steven get together? God, I hate Steven's haircut here. Creator Megan Oppenheimer says that Steven probably seeks Lydia out because they have a shared enemy in Lucy. I think that after she gets expelled, he still doesn't feel like he beat her. Steven believes that Lucy might have had something to do with him not getting into Yale. And also, Lucy chose Brie. Steven sees Brie and Lucy hugging and he's still mad. So Steven reaches out to Lydia and tells her everything that she wants to hear about Lucy and how evil she is. They basically get together over shared hatred. Did Chris get away with it? Did Chris get Me Too'd? Both Megan and Grace think that he got away with it and he does not get Me Too'd. And as sad and as unfortunate as that is, it is pretty realistic. Hopefully this interview answered some of your questions. I'm personally satisfied with the ending.